Okay. Uh, hello. Many times, hello. And infinite gratitude to those people who are watching this. Actually, there are more people now. At the moment, there are 10 subscribers, which is just absolutely fantastic. This is just, what? I'm a superstar. I'm just gonna call my mom and say I made it. I have 10 people that are watching my videos and even liking what I'm doing, which is pretty awesome. But I'm going to be talking about something a bit maybe sad because, well, there's not always joy in the life of an artist. There is a big bunch of sadness and gloomy shit going on. This black tears that are coming from the eyes of a creator. But okay, too much humor, less humor. There's the fuck, I don't know. I feel okay. I'm just gonna collect myself together. It's by the way, it's an evening, and I'm been recording like 2 videos in one day. I mean, this is just what is happening. I'm so excited because I counted that I'm trying to make it like for the future. Like I record videos and then I'm trying to make like ahead a little bit more so that I can slack at least one day. But now I realize that I need to do more and more just to be in a constant state of flow. This kind of a flow where I'm just generating some weird things, ideas, and opening myself up a little bit more, just to feel myself more comfortable and more confident. But this guy does not. He's very, very sad. He has seen a lot of things, like for instance this second mouth which is on his chin. This is just strange shit. He's a predator, but not the one that hunts kids on the web, of course not. He's just one of those bite first and then ask questions later. But I guess living in the life of pure sadness, that you have to always try to dominate. You need to always be number one in society. Everyone is just trying to find a better place under the sun and so on and so forth. If it's not working from the first time, you just need to do that. All this hierarchies and shit like that. I mean, social dynamics are, from one point of view, super easy. I mean, if you're born into that, if you're born as a natural like leader in a way, this alpha energy, if you're a male. But actually I think that's for both women and so this is an energy. It doesn't belong. It doesn't have a gender. So there's this masculine, right, alpha energy, and then there's this other submissive energies, and it depends on which energy you pick up. You have more dominating energies, and then you can shift them, and so on and so forth. This is like fucking complicated shit with the whole social behaviors, which I don't like really that much, because whenever I come into some place, I already just own it. And I understand that, well, it's not the right way to behave like that. I always have to kind of belittle myself and not shine that hard and that bright, which is fucking irritating because I want to overtake with myself just the space where I'm in. I don't like all this playing around. I come in and that's it. All the attention, fucking now, me, look at me. I came. All over her tits. I'm sorry, I need to say that. Sometimes I have Tourette's, I guess, or something like that. So this guy understood all that. In Russian it says всерьез, which means seriously, like 100% serious, down. He's down to that shit. And black tears came out from his eyes because he understood that this life is all about that. He has to paint himself black. He has this central part of his brain. I don't remember what is it for, but I think it's for some analytical thinking or something. I might be wrong. I haven't been watching any sort of brain neuro physiology, whatever things, really for some time. Even though my friend, he recommended me watching this one dude. I've been coming across him on the internet, who's been talking about brain and neuroplasticity and whatnot. But I went away from that part some years ago, and concentrated on the metaphysical part of how your thoughts work and the whole psychology of behavior. Of course, conventional, of course, all these hippie shanty things that are like, well, breathe and then you will understand that everything is just a glimpse and all is just an imagination of self, and self is a constant being which is transported through cosmos, and now all you have is just this physical state which is just a mere blink of an eye in the cosmic being of everything. And when you're like that, you're just like, you know what, fuck it, brain, yeah, okay, heard about that guy. But not so long ago I also read this one book by Andrei Kurpatov. He's a like Russian local celebrity psychologist, but there were some misfortunes happening with him. But the idea was that the brain is actually doing everything for you. Just there's some latency going on and so on and so forth. But I heard about this idea years ago. I believe that, again, this thing has been debunked in a way. But as I said earlier, I'm not that much deep in this subject. So it's just, some speculations. Why I was talking about it? Because this motherfucker had to color his frontal lobe and then put a sigil on top, so just no one fucking can get there. And he is crying because of that, because he has to protect himself. He has to protect himself from light, probably even, because everything that happens around him is filled with jealousy and filled with all kind of darkness, and it's inadequacy that is surrounded by people, and the delicate being that this person is can really feel everything that is happening around and pick up the energies of people. And if you ever heard about what the fuck is this shit? God damn it, putting those letters together. Empathic people. Empathic people. Those, Jesus, it's so complicated sometimes. So yeah, those guys who can feel and pick up energies of other people. I believe that there are quite a lot of those. If you're one of those, then you know what I'm talking about. When you get the feeling of another person and you relive it, and then you're just left with this kind of emotional dump. This is so painful. Sometimes it's just overwhelming. So yeah, when you're like that, it's really hard to cleanse yourself, because you're always uptight and you're always like, oh shit, again, interaction, people, god damn it. This is the guy. This is how he looks like. He's fucking constantly uncomfortable, being serious all the time, fucking analyzing shit. But deep down there, he's crying black tears. So sadness. I had a lot of sadness. Sadness sounds like some stripper name. Hey, Sadness, how you doing? Give me a lap dance. I got singles and a couple of quarters. Just do your best. Yeah. And I'm not gonna continue the story about Sadness. She just wanted to be a star, just like any of us. But yeah, there's been a part of grief, and all the things that happen when you. I think that the saddest thing is that when you believe that the person who's close to you, a friend or a romantic relationship, and then that person betrays you. I think for me at least, betrayal is the saddest thing that ever happened to me. And unfortunately, I want to be honest with you, I've been betrayed so many fucking times in my life. Like, Jesus Christ. I mean, I would have already become a serial killer, like mass murderer, if it were not for the amount of love that I get from real friends of mine and those people that actually really appreciate me, and parents. And this, for instance, this what I'm doing right now. Like, a very close friend of mine, she wrote to me saying that she's watching my videos and she's enjoying them. I mean, that was so great. I was feeling myself like really happy. What I'm doing now, I'm just switching the drawings to a new one. This is just awesome. another one. I'm just gonna check it out in the camera how it looks like. Yeah, looking good. So yeah, when she wrote me and told me that, you know, she's watching videos, and I'm like, whoa, this is so cool. I mean, and yeah, it encourages me a lot that in the life where you have to always look back, constantly have, you know, eyes on your back, having people around you whom you know that you can trust is something of a great value. So yeah, close friends and those friends whom you have been with for a long time, that's good. Betrayal, shit. So all the negativity that I have is coming from bad relationships with people, and I'm sometimes too good. But deep in the heart, I am one of those motherfuckers. This is some really interesting drawings of mine. Back in the day, I had this idea that I would be like a character that would be going inside of my drawings and meeting characters from my art in the world that they live in. So every drawing that I have, all the paintings that I made, digital art, whatever, it is in one big realm. It has its lore and shit like that, which I am opening up myself to. I've been invited to that world. I didn't create it. This world is opening up to me, and I'm just a spectator that tells stories about what I've seen. But the fog of war, this whole, you know, the whole map isn't open to me. I have no fucking idea what is this place, in which dimension these things are happening. But this is the world where these creatures live, and I believe this is me. This, okay, whatever sci-fi, futuristic hunting costume that I am in. But I think I'm here as a guy that is just, you know, anthropology, just studying these beings, because look at this. This guy's finger dick is bigger than this person, so he's gonna fucking flick me over, just, and I'll fly away, far away, where I belong, in the open space. But then again, yeah, all the sigils and things like that. And if I remember correctly, and I remember correctly because I've been watching tons of that things and reading and whatnot, is that usually you just make a sigil and then you forget what you did. And the idea of letting go and forgetting is the real way of for the magic to work. Let's call it like that. The whole idea of power of attraction, whatnot. Bob Proctor, by the way, really cool dude. I would recommend watching him as well, just because he was in the beginning of this whole shenanigans with the whole attraction and affirmations and things like that. So yeah, a lot of popular things included the pop culture of the whole, you know, mysticism and occult studies, plus sci-fi, so that I can always back up and say, yeah, well, you know, this is just fantasy, fuck you. And all of that just gives me the possibility to find ways out of what? I don't even know. I think I am sometimes getting paranoid a little bit, and always finding something that would, I believe, I'm thinking that there's someone against me, in a way. If I ever have the courage to tell you the story that happened to me, which frightened me like shitlessly, I might tell it to you, but I don't know when I will be able to do that. Maybe later on when I have nothing else to talk about. But the whole idea is that sometimes I'm feeling myself super paranoid. I'm afraid that there's someone like not following me in that sense, but like in an instance, the people whom I know, they turn into enemies. Like just, you know, in 1 second, you see all the devilish things inside of them, and that scares me sometimes in people, because then again you're like, who the fuck can you trust? Definitely not this guy, because this normal people don't have this. This is I don't know, weird, just monster shit. So yeah, run away, little dude. So I have this Merc kind of like handwritten graffiti, kind of whatever calligraphic thingy. I think that I've been playing around with something that I would have my alias also. So I have God of God, Cunt Cult, Merc, Murky Merc, Mrak, Black, fucking 6 already, Eerily Sinister, yeah, it's just fucking 7. And I had much more, but I don't remember all of those. Yeah, so it's just in occult practices also, you just pick up your fucking name and whatever, just like that. Also, don't forget that I'm a rap hip-hop star whom no one knows about. This underground fucking movements. Oh my god, thanks God my mom is not watching this. Anyways, so you see, what is experimental about it? That there are layers to it. I don't know if you can see that, but this has been cut out. Like, it's been cut out. There's just papers layered together. I thought that this technique would be interesting to do, and actually it is. It is pretty interesting. I believe I should add some more things to it. Maybe just add some different materials, cloth maybe, duct tape like I did on the previous one that I showed. I used duct tape there. Not to be afraid to experiment. And experiment not for the sake of, making people think that, wow, look at that shit, like impress someone. But more just to experiment for the sake of it. Just do art for the sake of art. It's fucking hard to do that. And because every time, for instance, I meet someone new, and I start talking, I can see that people come, like for instance, I don't invite people over like just randomly, but some of the people that come over, I can feel that they have this question like forming, like, what for are you doing that, kind of? So what? I mean, like my boyfriend, he fucking sells diapers and fucking gets fucking a lot of money, and and fucking I can go and buy myself like off-brand fucking clothes because they don't sell brands here because of all the other shit that happens. So why the fuck are you doing this? Does it bring you money? Are you like fucking materialistic? And do you have enough? Do you have a car even? Is it a rental? Are you living in a rented house? We have a house. We're building a house. We're building a house now. So what do you do? Oh, you're an artist. Oh, okay. What for? This kind of shit. It's fucking irritating. And that's why I don't really like to explain to people what I do. And when I see that the person doesn't fucking understand it, and when the people who are like extra materialistic, they're like, well, this is nothing. Kinda, the whole life is all about joy. I didn't think that I would meet that kind of people like now, but they are actually those kind of people with people who have internet and they are like modern people. They actually are even trying to discuss things about fashion, for instance, or some makeups and things like that. But when it comes to art, they're like, what is this shit? Kind of, you can feel it. You can understand that by the way that they talk. It might be jealousy as well, because living and making art you're done. That's it. That's what you're gonna do your whole life. If you're a serious artist, you are settled for life. You can go anywhere, and you will be an artist. It doesn't fucking matter. War starts, you're gonna be an artist, man. It's just forget about anything else. It's like a sickness. It's a curse. And maybe that's the thing, because the drive that is inside, the longest that I haven't drawn, like, and anything was something like a week or maybe 2 weeks, maybe something like that, like some 1-2 weeks, and it was horrible. I felt like withdrawals, and I wanted to draw something. So, yeah, a little bit of fanatical side to it as well. So enjoy this as much as you can, because I'm enjoying it, and all I want to say again is infinite gratitude for watching this, and don't forget just to be yourselves, I guess, and hope that everything in your life is great. And if there are some struggles, I wish you all the best, and just hope that when people watch this or listen to this, something would click inside of them. And if nothing does, then just in the end, I want to say infinite blessings towards those who are listening to this and watching this. Yeah. Wish you all the best. And thanks a lot. Bye.